out this little run around here, but I go back and forth. Should I make professional videos that people say, oh, yes, oh my God, oh, yes, she's quite the facilitator? Or should I make one that is just natural? It's how we live, like, looking at ourselves. Oh, do I look fat? Or how do
Yes, natural. Sorry.
natural? Yeah, I think that we want more of that. We want people to show up as they are, not perfect. Because who would sing a song if they, I remember all the years I studied. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to the Be the Light meditation discussion. I'm getting excited and ahead of myself here. Um, we wouldn't attempt to do things if we felt we had to be perfect. So I'm sorry if you had parents that were kind of like, oh, well, she's not perfect at it. I never would have sang all those years, slightly out of tune actually, but I still love singing. If I would have said, oh, I'm not going to sing unless I sing like Celine Dion, unless I sing like this. I sang it my way so that my frequencies in that messaging, in that church, in that place really hit home. And I'll tell you, sometimes we, the meek ones, the meek shall inherit the earth, and I know what you look at Zelensky, look at him out there saying, no. Okay? So the meek, we're being given a chance to rise up and say, this isn't working. And we want to choose something new. And we're afraid. We're afraid to stand up there and to speak. Why? Because the dastardly ones, the ones that hold not so nice energies, come at us. And what's that word? Just kind of scare the beheebies out of us. And don't you ever think that you're empowered anymore. So we've been entrained in the social system by our parents, by our lovers, by our teachers for so long that I remember I wanted to be a singer. They say at about age 12, you know what you want to be. And I would stand in front of the mirror and be Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz, somewhere over the rainbow. And for some reason, when put me in front of an audience and I was so sensitive, I felt all their thoughts that I got distracted and I could barely sing sometimes. But I'll tell you when I could sing. When I was at the church in Santa Rosa and sang at a funeral, I would be singing behind everybody, over their heads. They couldn't see me. My ego, my sense of how am I doing? They're all looking at me. They're thinking, no. At that point, I love singing at funerals more than weddings. Again, they expected a certain perfect thing for the perfect video, the perfect wedding. You couldn't hit a bad note. I mean, you'd ruin the bride would. But if you're singing at a funeral, you are digging into your heart and you are in the attunement of how can I deliver something that is calming and loving and true to this moment. I could be myself. I could be myself and I could sing and I could blossom out those notes and I could lift. Nobody looked at me. I'm singing on their heads and their hearts are open because they're searching for answers. So I'm saying all this because when we step forward saying the truth, it's not as a performance. It's people are tired. People are searching for answers, okay? And so imagine that you are speaking to their tired souls and their hearts are open and they are looking for someone in integrity to step forward and to bring the frequencies of peace, of truth, and calm that can even have one anchor of moment of sustainability for their nervous system, to have a sense of hope and inspiration. So let's breathe into that today, that if you are this meek person, will not just inherit the earth, but actually be the Pied Piper. I love the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper is a story that here's these two mountains, and here's a little path through. And there is great strife, and people are stealing each other's foods, and everybody, children's hands are slapped, and there's no sense of order and peace and living into divine alignment. And the Pied Piper comes through playing a new song, a new harmonizing song that people's hearts know immediately is benevolent, is followable, gives them a sense of joy and hope. So, guess what? That society that dishonored the vulnerability and the freshness and the malleability of children, our future, lost their children to this beautiful melody of the angelic realm of something more, another choice, another path. So I'm asking you, the work that you're doing, the teaching, the singing, the writing, the tending, the mother hens that we've been, can we muster up the courage and the confidence to bring our vibration out? It doesn't have to be a piccolo or flute or whatever it was, but to lead with your God-given talent so that those that need to hear you can hear you. You're in the vicinity, they can see you. So you're doing it on social media, you're doing it at your church, you're doing it in you are showing up with a new song while they're playing that pattern of egotistical attachment in a fear-based society that is keeping them in an old, decadent musical frequency realm. So when I was about 10, our family, we didn't have a lot of resources, and I think it was the first time I got to go out to dinner. No, it was the second time, because I remember we went to the banquet place the first. The second time we went to a buffet. My mom was a great cook. We always had plenty of food. In fact, she was a dietitian. But seeing that I had 5 choices of different colored jellos and desserts, I ate the most out of our family of 10, even my older brothers. And I remember piling up all that food in the abundance and saying, this must be heaven, but it got better. This man walked in with a green suit and a piccolo, and I said, oh, he's real. The Pied Piper came to the buffet. I wish I could remember the blank buffet, the Bancroft buffet or something. And he played, and I said, he's true. So I actually painted a painting. Maybe I'll show it later at the end. This is a metaphor, of course, but the earth and the grid of all that is frequencies. And you promised to bring through a certain song to change the music. If the orchestra was playing dissonantly and you're playing your violin resolutely, perfectly in tune and gorgeous, it'll soar above and people will say, I want to drink what the violinist is drinking. I'm going with the violinist. Violinist, would you please allow me to be a person in your orchestra? Violinist, step out of the din. Violinist, create an environment that you honor yourself and your talent and your gift and play. And let other musicians who have lost their inspiration to play step forward and create new music for Earth. This is it. This is what we're doing. As I said, I didn't have a topic for today, but we're doing pretty good so far. So I'm going to bring in some frequencies. We're going to do some sound work, and you are going to make your own intention. If you've been watching the Be the Light meditations, you know that we breathe and we say, deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. We ask and intend to set a sacred space. We put ourselves in a beautiful bubble that separates our frequency field from everything and everybody else. We are choosing to make an intention. And the intention is your choice. And it could be something like, may the sounds and frequencies come in and unwind the parts that aren't really me. Help me to let go of any stuck old patterns of my parents' voices, or any idea of, will it ever get better? Or any idea of, will we ever make any progress in moving towards a new divine realm on earth? So it could be beliefs, it could be physical items in your system. You're just ready to let go. Or maybe something that is unconscious that you don't even know what it is. But please let these sounds help. Let it go. And then let the sounds bring in the new frequencies, the vibrations of peace and joy and more love. Love is the master key. We open our crown chakras. We breathe in the light and love of the Creator. We connect powerfully with Source now. Take a deep breath. It moves all the way to the base of your body. If you haven't had a chance to mute yourself, go ahead and mute yourself. Feel free to hum along. So many lifetimes, so many costumes and roles we have played. We release. We leave the past and breathe into the now. Knowing that being present each moment will be a golden stepstone of correct direction moving forward. We attune our brain frequency channels to divine light. You may find yourself floating into the future, into a self that is lighter and brighter and free, but still grounded here in this physical body. It's as if you have made a great leap into your future self, here, now. Allow yourself to hum a gentle, slow hum from your toes up through your legs, into your torso, down your arms, into your fingers, and into your throat. up out the top of your head. These sparks of light, of presence, and remembering fully your chosen role to reestablish more light on earth. Begin to wiggle those fingers and toes as we gently pull ourselves back here into this space and time. Earth, March 2022, on the precipice of more changes, but no change more important than the transformation and the big step that you just took. Your puzzle piece is glowing and fitting better into the new divine big plan puzzle plan. Even more powerfully, you are seeing and understanding with more clarity who you really are and your role moving forward. We ask and intend for these frequencies to be held in a beautiful, beautiful golden bubble. And I invite you to, if you wish, if you're listening to this in the future or now, just to rest and let these settle in. We ask that they stabilize, become permanent, profound part of your accelerated movement into more freedom and more light. So now we will finish this part of the program. And I'll press stop on recording. And those that are here, we say hello. We do this every Wednesday morning. It's the Be the Light meditation. And you can find more at soundandlighthealingarts.com. And I just so want to put my head right there with grandmother whale. There we go. And my hair this morning actually looked like her hair. It's kind of fun. Maybe I'm becoming her. Okay, here we are. I'm going to press stop on the recording.